baby dinosaurs will actually follow other adults from other species and much more to uncover in today's update video on Jurassic World Evolution 3. But first of all, let's watch the module together and then I'm gonna go deep into all the details you can find.
Welcome back, park managers. In this module, we'll be exploring the unique dynamics that form within various dinosaur families, making sure you know what to look out for when introducing juveniles into an enclosure and setting the foundation for them to thrive and expand. Dinosaur juveniles may sometimes have different needs to their parents, but as with any species, the child's needs are always the priority, and their welfare will impact on that of their parents. With both paleo and social needs to consider, you may have to alter your enclosures in order for the juveniles to settle in. Paleo needs cover environment and available food types, while social needs can be as specific as how many male dinosaurs are inside the territory. Paying attention to these needs will pay off, as a happy dinosaur means happy guests and increased park appeal. Plus, it will also benefit you later down the line when your thriving juveniles mature. So it's crucial to monitor your juveniles early on. You'll find that some dinosaurs like to stay close to their immediate family, whilst others follow more of a herd mentality, or even bold enough to follow any adult, no matter the species. I'm sure it won't be long before your enclosures are lively with dinosaurs and your parks are busy with guests. In the meantime, be sure to watch the rest of our modules for further training on managing your parks.
Alright, as you've now seen the video, just as I have done a bajillion times, we can talk about what we see. So, there is not really that much new in here, but a lot of things, including a new species we haven't seen really before. Just, you saw that maybe in the background, but now we get a very nice look at it. But we also see some very cool dino babies that we haven't seen before, and some information that we haven't had before. So, let's start into it. So, on the first frames, we unfortunately don't really see that much, other than the absolutely great design on the wonderful, wow, oh gosh, my naming, but I'm trying my best now, the Patagotitan, I think it is, the baby and the adult. We do see Quetzalcoatlus with the baby now in here, a mosasaur baby. I think they've almost overused the mosa at this point because, you know, they've used it quite often. But we are looking at family units. It's very good naming for that. But the Patagotitan over here, as you can see, you can have different types of comfort depending on adult or baby of the species, which is very interesting indeed, because you will need to adapt your habitats to the different needs of your babies and your adults alike, making it a bit more challenging to feature both of them in here. And if you have interspecies, that even means you need more. So you can see the big one was just happy, but the little one doesn't, because it does miss ground fruit, which kind of is realistic, you know, because it's not grown and can reach the very tops of the trees. It does need to find something on the ground, and if it is missing it, you will have an issue. So what you need to do is bring in the ground fruit just as before. So this action over here seemingly is exactly the same as it always used to be. A couple of things I mentioned in here is very interesting. So first of all, we do have a very nice look at the graphics and the textures again, which are all absolutely beautiful. And if we swipe back a little bit, you can see a bit more of the theming and also how wide everything looks, how nice the maps look. Specifically, the skybox is something I've seen in this build that popped into my mind. It looks a lot better, the clouds and so on, a bit more realistic, something I'm really happy about seeing. We also saw rain before. That looks like actual rain in here and not like in Black Ops 2 where rain doesn't look like rain. But you can also see here's the next one, the Quetzalcoatlus. Oh god, that is going to be an ongoing theme. If you want to have a person who is definitely mispronouncing animals worse than you are, sub to the channel. I'm your man. I'm your camel, okay? So this one over here as a baby is missing fish, for example, and you need to put it down in order to feed it. I have no idea if the kind of adult requires fish as well. I do think it is, but you can also tell that most of the sources are the same as we had in the previous game, so nothing really specific to see here. Meat, the two different kind of goat feeders, the fish feeder, the kind of fish feeder for underground aquariums, and the 3 variants of shark. Even though this variant of shark over here is relatively interesting, looks to be now a shark that's going to be released into the habitat rather than from the hang line or just hanging over there. That is definitely it's something interesting. And also one thing that I used to be doing, but now you have a look at it, is like bumping against the aviary, and you know it's gonna break eventually. There are a couple of very interesting building units here in the back, which we've seen in several of the videos right now. I do assume that they are like just things you could theme if you want to, but you don't need to. In here, you can see there are a couple of issues we have, and at the moment the cohabitation discomfort is at almost half already. So that's something what would need to be addressed. Maybe this is because of too many other areas in here. You can see what different types of environmental needs we have right now. Area is in here: arid, water, barren, fish, and wetland. Quite a lot of things, a bit more than it used to be, which is very nice to see. Some updated icons we can see over here. Nothing major, you know, that's all like tiny little things I saw. A bit of overhaul of the UI, which I do like, with camera 1 option over here, 12 million as the park has. Disaster is not upon us. It's very low in here, maybe even disabled. So yeah, there's really not that much you can see. What I do like in here is the fact that we do have a Quetzalcoatlus to be delivered. What I'm not seeing is if it is tranquilized. Maybe it is, but definitely you can do something interesting now. You can release it to the wild, which is an option from Planet Zoo. I'm not sure if that was in, but I'm almost certain it wasn't in Jurassic World Evolution. You could, what could you do? Could you sell them? I'm not sure, but release to the wild is definitely an option that we haven't had in this game, and so I'm very happy to see that. If you want to, I mean, it makes also sense, because if your animal has very good traits and you want to release it into the wild, maybe for repopulation reasons or so, you can do so now, which is interesting. You can add it to a selection, so you can finally multi-select animals, which, oh boy, is a very good thing to have, and not individually making a point-and-click game out of it and then deliver it to the other area. One thing in this clip over here that I want to point at is the pathing. I hoped I wasn't going to see most of it right now. I hope there was an update on that, but most of the pathing unfortunately looks to be exactly the same as it used to being. I'm very split on that, because as much as I love all the options we've seen so far, as much as I'm really into all the theming and so on, pathing in Jurassic World Evolution 1 was a breeze in a way, because it was comparatively great against the planet kind of pathing tool back then. But now, as these pathing options in the planet games have made huge leaps, it's very sad to see that we don't see any of the improvements in here. I do want to let myself be proven wrong, and we get some options. And I don't need the same tool as in Planet Coaster. That might also be overkill, but at least have the option to, you know, connect between here and create a staircase and maybe make some simple overpath would be making me very, very happy person, very happy camel. So yeah. As you can tell over here, again, we have some more insight to if it's happy and healthy. And as they say, if your animals are happy, your guest will be happy too. And again, this tour over here seems to be also a very nice insight. Not sure what's going on with my VLC player, by the way, making a bit of issues here. However, when we do see the people in the different viewing galleries, they seemingly look a lot better than before. They look, well, stylistic the same, but they all seem to have a lot more animations and so on. And why do I say this? Well, actually, in the first moment I saw that this is going to be a family focus, I thought also maybe family of guest, which it isn't, but you know, the animals should be the star of the show. I'm pausing over here because, oh boy, do look at the texture of that wonderful animal, and the model also is very, very great. It's not 100% accurate, but it's looking, wow, I mean, accurate to the different variants I've seen online. It's not that in particular there is one correct version of displaying it, but I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking this depiction of this animal a lot. Look at it. It just looks so good, I think. Very, very nice. I like the patterns. I like the style. I like the colors. Very nice. Yeah, again, I already said the Mosasaur is a bit overused. This shot over here, in my opinion, is absolutely gorgeous. Also seeing these little grassy things. Maybe it's 3D grass. Maybe it's like patches of grass. I don't really care. It's looking fantastic. Big fan of it. Big fan of this shot as well. The herding. It is all the same park we've been seeing over and over again. At this point, I'm very curious to seeing more different kind of parks. This is the Asian park. We see some wonderful waterfalls over here in the background. We do see the whole area with the distance. You can see haziness, very nice, very good, but we don't really see much new stuff, which, yeah, I really would love. But this shot over here definitely is something I wanted to see, because having the ability to see animals interact with other animals is something unique, I should say, because in Planet Zoo, for example, that does not happen even if you have an interspecies habitat. But now having this kind of at least little interaction that babies will follow adults no matter the species inside of the habitat, and some others will be doing some herding, is absolutely amazing. And to look at this little ankylosaur, so cute, isn't it? Little bumpy bumper car over here. Oh my god. And also look at the brachios over here. Like the animation, I mean, that Frontier is amazing at doing animations, is no surprise whatsoever. But having this, like that these animals interact with each other and herd together is so beautiful to see, and something I didn't really think about happening, but it's very good to see. I mean, this game is becoming more and more of the Jurassic kind of zoo game we wanted to have always, and with the Jurassic franchise, it's so good. And just look at this shot, all looking so good. There's a helicopter coming in. Now, that's been it from my little analysis over here. It's not like super deep and whatever, because there unfortunately isn't that much news in here, other than we got a bit of info how to do the families, and I mean that we do have unique needs for juveniles. It's very cool. I was about to think if we have the same in Planet Zoo, but we don't. If I remember correctly, juveniles have the same requirements as adults. The only thing is overpopulation can become an issue with juveniles if there are too many, but that actually is the fact for all animals in an habitat and not only for the juveniles. And juveniles at least do count a bit different. The only thing is adult groups have a separate kind of judgment. But it's very good to see that juveniles have their own kind of requirements, making it a bit more dynamic, a bit more interesting. Yeah, that leaves me with this shot, and here's me hoping to having better pathing in the future. I'm making a video about the top 3 things I'm hoping to see in this game soon, so if you're interested in what I think next to, I'm going to spoil one of the 3 is going to be pathing, but what the other two are, I'm going to not talk about right now. If you're interested, stick to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and let me know what you would love to see, which animals you need to see in this game, and what else you're looking forward to. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.